Hello, my name is Bill and welcome to MindYourCrypto. Today I have Cardano ADA update and I will tell you everything into the technical analysis and the price prediction. For now, we'll dive into quickly because I know you guys are worried today. So right now we are having the 1.55, 1.65, 1.80. We want to make actually a 1.8 as our support level. Right now we don't want to go below this support level 1.55 because you can see here it is a major support that hold it on 8th May the Cardano for many times, 7th May, of course 10th, you can see here 13th till we went upwards. So we don't want to fall beyond that because in case we do for the short term, then that would mean a further drop down. I'm not saying we will go downwards, I'm just saying that if Bitcoin keeps correcting, keeps having lower lows and lower highs, it will be very difficult for ADA right now. So what we want to see actually is going above the 2.07 to 09 because it is our 0.618 Fibonacci retracement line, our golden ratio. So right here I draw my Fibonacci retracement starting from this bottom to this top because I want to find major support levels that we could look for in order to just go there and of course have some buying situations. So right now, as we keep going lower and lower though, this is very difficult for the short term. Let's see why it is difficult for ADA. First of all, we are having the MACD now that we are seeing a very bearish situation, the 4-hour frame, guys, after the major dip of Bitcoin yesterday and today, and we are seeing that we are going all the way downwards. We broke this support level and we are actually now making lower lows and lower highs. We stopped having higher lows and higher highs like here, and of course higher highs like here, and of course 16th May, guys. So right now we need to be very careful for the short term because if in the midterm actually things are different. Let's go to the RSI and the commodity channel index. For the RSI, lower lows and lower highs, what we don't want to see, and for the commodity channel index the same, we are below minus 100 though. However, we might go as well something like here and then drop down again. What we need to see is a momentum shift for ADA against USDT. And of course, for this to happen, we need to regain some strength, some major strength for ADA against Bitcoin. Okay, so right now we are not in an overbought or any oversold situation according to the RSI, but we are seeing lower lows and lower highs, and for the commodity channel index we are in an oversold situation. Therefore we might see a price action towards the upwards, but we might be making lower lows and lower highs. That is nothing because we are in a bearish market, guys, and if we go something like this, then we will go downwards if Bitcoin corrects even further more. So for now, ADA might go upwards for the very short term, but we won't be able, I think, to see higher highs and higher lows, and I will explain that. For ADA against USDT in the daily frame, what are we having, guys? We are having the MACD. Actually, if this happens, then we might go even further down. If this cross occurs, guys, and the blue line goes beyond the signal line, then we might retrace more for ADA against USDT. So this is not something we want to see for ADA. And of course right now you can see we extended over the top line of the Bollinger Band, so we are going now inside the Bollinger Bands. This happens with most of the altcoins, guys, but it doesn't happen with the altcoins that have huge momentum like Matic, for example. So according to the daily RSI, we are inside the 30 and 70. We don't have any overbought or any oversold situation, but now we approached a lower low from here. We didn't want to go below this line. Now we went, and of course this is not good for ADA. For the daily frame, for the commodity channel index happened the same, guys. We went down from this low here and we didn't want to see that as well. For the Bollinger Band, guys, I told you, and for the MACD, as long as we don't see the cross, we are fine, but the angle here shows that we might be approaching near the cross here, but we will see about that. Many times we have seen that we approach, but we go upwards. Let's hope that it is the same for ADA because we will see some major furthermore correction for ADA. So we go now to the most important chart right here, the ADA against Bitcoin, the 4-hour frame. ADA against Bitcoin still stands strong, guys. If you zoom out, you can see that it has dominance over Bitcoin, but for now, for the very short term, it is a little bit underperforming against Bitcoin, but ADA against Bitcoin looks better than ADA against USDT. What we need to see now for the short term is firstly not the bearish cross between those lines, 20-day MA and the 50-day MA, and of course right now, guys, I believe that if we come and have a regain in our strength for ADA against Bitcoin, then we will see ADA moving upwards in the USDT valuation as well, because if Bitcoin just goes like 1000 USD upwards, then ADA will go more into a percentage. For example, if Bitcoin goes up 5%, ADA would go up like 10%. Okay, so for now this won't happen because Bitcoin will make lower lows and lower highs, and eventually we might see something like this for ADA. Unfortunately, I don't know if we can avoid that. Actually, this is for ADA against USDT, guys, and of course I will go now to something that you need to relax and chill about. If you zoom out when you are worried, guys, sometimes you just have to zoom out. So of course we would see ADA against Bitcoin having a correction for the short term, because you can see the 20-day EMA hasn't even reached yet the price. So for now, we might want to wait and see. We might want to have a correction here, because guys, I believe that ADA against Bitcoin will continue to outperform Bitcoin. If you see the weekly frame, then you will realize that for ADA against Bitcoin, we are just so good, and we can approach the minus 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level easily, guys. The 0.4059, which was previously, if we zoom out, it was a resistance level back here on the days, and we have room to grow for ADA against Bitcoin. We just now correct because, guys, we went so much upwards, but we still make higher lows and higher highs for the weekly frame. So you have nothing to worry about at all. Okay, so for now, for the weekly frame, for the long term, it is looking good, but for the short term, we might as well retrace a little more, especially if we see this bearish cross between the 20-day EMA and the 50-day EMA, and especially, guys, if Bitcoin goes still goes a little bit further down. You can see the daily frame here. What we don't want to see, what we don't like to see, is lower lows in the RSI. You can see here lower highs and lower lows, and eventually now we are in an oversold situation for Bitcoin, where we might see it soon going upwards. But will this be enough in order to surpass this resistance level, or will we go downwards and eventually go a little bit upwards, then go downwards again, making sure that we will be seeing lower lows and lower highs? So for Bitcoin right now, things don't look good, and especially when an altcoin doesn't perform so good for the short term. I'm not talking about the mid-long term, guys, because ADA, as you can see, it is outperforming, it is destroying Bitcoin. I'm talking about this correction right here that we're having right now, so it can't allow ADA to grow more. It eventually drops more than Bitcoin does, okay, and it corrects more. So for now, what we want to see is Bitcoin regaining its strength, and if we can make higher highs and higher lows, it's okay. If we can't, then ADA will just do something like this. We'll approach 1.94, then go down to lower support levels, for example here 1.55, and so on. So right now we should be careful for the short term. For the mid long term, guys, just HODL your position, because we are going upwards. Okay, we are going upwards. We are in the daily frame. Zoom out a bit, guys. Just chill a bit and zoom out so you can see what ADA has done and what it will do. Of course, it will go upwards. We need just to correct for a little bit. Now we need to go sideways, and of course we need to see where Bitcoin will go, because we had this bearish cross in the daily frame between 50-day EMA and the 20-day EMA after so many months, guys, and now we are beyond the 200 EMA as well. We didn't manage to find 200 EMA, the 42,000 USD as a support level, therefore we dropped down to furthermore to 338,000 USD, and we might even drop to lower support levels, guys. We might even drop to lower support levels, so we have to wait and see. Let's hope that it won't drop as much, but guys, I think that doing the technical analysis, and I told you that in my previous videos for Bitcoin, according to technical analysis, we won't go upwards. I told you here around, guys, I am afraid that we might see a drop for Bitcoin if demand and supply doesn't allow Bitcoin to go upwards. Due to technical analysis, we are going downwards even before the Elon Musk news. So of course, guys, now that we don't hold the 200 EMA as well, and now that we are seeing lower highs and lower lows, according to this bearish here situation, we might be seeing lower lows and lower highs, but eventually what we hope for is some time to regain our strength and go back upwards. Of course, we are still in a bullish run. However, guys, we should be careful. I am not so much optimistic as like others that were saying that Bitcoin will go to 100k by the end of May or June. I'm just saying right now we should be careful for the short term, because as we are seeing lower lows and lower highs, we will eventually see ADA crumbling down more, eventually having something, a pattern like this. I told you previously, guys, a pattern like we make lower lows and lower highs. Eventually, I'm not saying that we will go down so far, but we should be careful for now. For those who bought at the top, guys, do not worry, do not panic at all. If you had to panic, I would tell you first. But if you see the ADA against Bitcoin chart, then you shouldn't panic, because even if we correct for a bit, we will be going upwards soon. So you don't have to worry. But let's be realistic, guys. If someone tells you that we are going to $25 ADA this year, it won't happen, in my opinion, guys. It can't happen. Of course, right now, let's just target the 4 USDT valuation, the $4 USDT valuation in the ADA, and then we will be looking forward to new highs. But let's take it step by step, because being greedy can lose you lots of money. And I've told you all this in my videos. Have a buying strategy, an exit strategy. Being patient is the key for success. So if you bought here, don't sell your position, guys. Hold till we see ADA having regaining its strength. And of course, if Bitcoin regains its strength a little bit and ADA regains its strength against Bitcoin for the short term, then we will be seeing ADA going upwards soon. It's just a matter of time, guys. Be patient for now. For the short term, please be careful. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day wherever you are, and of course stay tuned for many more videos. Bye.